Hello, it's me, it's FFP, coming at you live with a new video. Not really live, I'm just joking. And, I'm gonna be going through my entire Godzilla collection, starting with, the oldest, movies that I have to the newest, which, you won't be seeing anything from 2000 onward, because I don't have anything like that. But I do have most of the I think it's Shohei series and the Heisei series. So yeah, I'll start with the definitive Godzilla collection, and it includes the original uncut Godzilla. Here's the side. It says Godzilla collection, blah blah blah. Here it tells you what movies are on here. In the volume 1, because it's split into 2 discs, you have Gojira / Godzilla King of the Monsters. You have the Japanese version and the English version on 2 separate discs. Godzilla Raids Again, and Mothra vs. Godzilla, aka Godzilla vs. the Thang. And then on volume 2, we got Ghidorah, the 3-headed monster, Invasion of the Astro Monster, aka Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, All Monsters Attack, aka Godzilla's Revenge, and Terror of Mechagodzilla. Now here, right above, we have all the monsters that take place in these movies. We got Godzilla, Mothra, Gabara, Manila, Anguirus, King Ghidorah, Rodan, Gorosaurus, Mechagodzilla, and Titanosaurus. Now, pardon my English, but I don't even think Gorosaurus is in any of these movies. But it could be a little guffaw of mine, because the only ones I haven't watched is Mothra vs. Godzilla and Invasion of the Astro Monster. So that means maybe Gorosaurus is in one of those two. Now, I'll take out volume 1 out first. This is the first disc. Just to mind you, the discs look the same. And on the back, it just says what movies are in it separately. So this just has the volume 1. But it still has all the monsters from both discs. Now, on the inside here, we have Gojira, the original Japanese masterpiece. This one, oh yeah, and may I mind you, these are copyright all of Toho, so please no copyright strikes. And yeah, I believe the Japanese version, I haven't watched the Japanese version yet because I don't want subtitles, but I believe this one is longer than the English one, starring Raymond Burr. If you guys can see that, it's pretty nice, these discs. Godzilla Raids Again. Or actually, I should talk about Gojira first. Or actually, I should talk about the English version, because that's the one I watched. I'd say it's actually pretty entertaining. I sat through it without moving too much, because I get kind of restless at times. But because I was sick, I sat down on the couch with a mug full of hot chocolate, and that kind of kept me occupied for most of the movie. I'm not gonna spoil plot, but I'm just gonna say it's a pretty good movie. And because I don't usually like to watch black and white movies too much, because I find it very unappealing to my eyes, this one's not that bad. Same with Godzilla Raids Again, which I will be moving on to right now. Godzilla Raids Again. This movie is probably my favorite out of the first disc, but I don't know because I haven't watched Mothra vs. Godzilla yet. And this one, it was just so fun. The monster battle with Anguirus was, because you guys should know Anguirus is in here. It's okay, I guess. I mean, it's exactly how you'd expect animals to fight. And how Anguirus dies is kind of weird, but, pretty good. I haven't seen the bonus features. Oh yeah, another thing. Bonus features on a lot of DVD releases of Godzilla movies do not have bonus features, man. I swear, all the TriStar Godzilla movies I have, no bonus features. It made me angry. Mothra vs. Godzilla. There's not much I can say about this than show you the disc, but it has a slideshow of original movie posters. There's a biography on Akira Ifukube, or F-Cube, or whatever. There's the English dub and Japanese version. I like dubbed. Audio commentary, which is okay, and English subtitles. Nice blue disc. Now, I'll put this back in and show you guys disc numero uno dos. This thing. You know, pretty much, yeah. So here we go. Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. This movie was entertaining when they got to the monster action, but the problem with a lot of Shohei or Shosi or whatever it's called era movies is that the stories are so generic. It's always just like girl and guy are scientists, and then they find the monsters. It's just the fairies though in this movie are kind of, or no. Are the fairies? Yeah, I think the fairies are in this movie too, because they're in Mothra vs. Godzilla, and definitely, even though I haven't watched it, but they're in this one, and they're so annoying. I hate the fairy voices in every single one of the movies they appear in, because it's just so annoying. Like, especially the remake of Godzilla vs. Mothra, Battle for Earth, and which includes Batra. That was so annoying, and they keep singing, man. Ah. But anyways, yeah, here you go, all the bonus features. English subtitles, biographies, Japanese trailers, comes in widescreen, English dubbed. Oh yeah, there we go. See, the Japanese versions are always longer than the English because they're so heavily edited. Yeah. Invasion of Astro Monster. I've only watched the first, like, maybe 20-30 minutes. And I was at my friend's house watching this, and they got tired after that. Everyone started leaving. But anyways, yeah. Again, Japanese version's longer than the English. It's weird how they didn't include King Ghidorah on here, because they have Godzilla and Rodan. They don't have King Ghidorah's thing. All monsters attack. This movie. Wow. The English dubbed version is only 5 seconds shorter. And that extra 5 seconds must be, like, amazing if they had to cut it out. But basically, this movie is, like, one of the weirdest, like, it's kind of a kid's movie, but then there's, like, some pretty serious things going on, like guns and all that, and I don't know how to explain it, but I can't explain it in 3 words. Cousin fell asleep. And Terror Mechagodzilla. I actually like the Dr. Mifune character. You guys should know what the characters' names are. I'm not going to give, like, spoilers as in terms of plot, but I'm just going to say that the Dr. Mifune guy, he's a really likable dude. And this is going to be the one spoiler in this entire video. I didn't want him to die. There we go. I said it. I didn't want him to die. And his death was so tragic. It's always, like, the emotionally drawn in characters that always get you in the end. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the audio commentaries about anything like that, but anyways, yeah. Well, that's the end of my... Oh, actually, I got one more Shohei video, and I'll show you guys that next. King Kong vs. Godzilla. Oh boy, this one is just amazing. It's PG. Oh my god. And it's so PG, they put 2 PG logos on it. And it's so PG that I got it off Amazon, and it's in region 2, so I can't watch it. So amazing. The only way I know what happens is because I saw a version of it right here on YouTube, as well as I shared it on Facebook, but no one watched it. And yeah, it's a pretty okay movie. I mean, it's owned by Universal and Toho, and their rights to them. And yeah, King Kong vs. Godzilla is pretty entertaining for the most part. I like the fighting scenes, but they're pretty drawn out, and the story's kind of dumb. Yeah, like when King Kong falls in love with the girl, and somehow his hand's small enough to where it looks like the hand's the same size as it was in the 1933 version or something like that, or 1925. So yeah, that's like literally the girl's like this big, and if he's like Godzilla's size, then shouldn't she be like half the size, maybe even smaller, like that big? I don't know. Godzilla Unleashed. Bam. Such a good game. Such a good game. They need to make a new Godzilla game, and fast. Because, I mean, Atari, obviously, they're running out of business, man. But this is one of their last great games. It's so fun. 4 people, it just wrecks. You just throw buildings and, like, blast each other. Because no one's probably ever going to play this game now because it's so old. I'll just go and spoil the plot. Basically, depending on who you choose, Earth Defender, Alien Mutant, or the GDF, it's kind of different, the story, but it's basically the same thing. Aliens trying to conquer Earth. There's a bunch of these crystals coming out of nowhere, and they hold power. The GDF wants them, and there's this crazy guy in the Atragon who wants to take them and kill Godzilla. He has, like... And then you find out in the end, it's actually Space Godzilla causing all the crystals. The mutants and Space Godzilla shoot down the aliens. The alien queen screams like a little derp and all that stuff. And yeah, Space Godzilla dies, whatever. End of story. But there are so many good characters to choose from. Varan, Baragon. My personal favorite is actually Titanosaurus. I'm pretty good with him. And Mechagodzilla 2. Mechagodzilla 1, 2, and 3/Kiru are all in this game, so that's pretty neat. I mean, I didn't expect them not to be, considering they're all 3 entirely different characters. But yeah, that's just nice to know. This is this is the Wii version. It has the official Nintendo seal of approval. I have to give kind of shout outs to all the people who make these, because otherwise I'll probably get another copyright strike. So yeah, we got Pipeworks, Dolby Pro Logic 2, Atari, Toho. It's licensed by Nintendo, made in America. On the PS2, and I think maybe the Xbox version of this game, you can play as Batra, and that would be pretty cool. So yeah. Yeah, it's funny, they got Kiru in this picture right here, fighting Mothra, but he's not even, in here. Oh yeah, Orga's a pretty good character too. Orga, Destroya, Megalon's okay, but Megalon's kind of weak. I mean, he's a really offensive character. King Zizar is always fun to use, but he has really good defenses and stuff, but his attacks are just so weak. It's mostly just grinding to get rid of an enemy's health. And it's cool how all of them have certain weaknesses and strengths, and that's really cool. And their stats you can all see when you're choosing them out for the story mode, which is always fun. But in the story mode, there's one critique I have. They have this thing where, depending on what you do, destroying buildings, destroying crystals, using all the crystal power, will make you, you'll get points towards, either the GDF, mutants, Earth Defenders, or, aliens. And depending on what you do, you'll get an affinity for them. But it doesn't change the story at all. I think it just changes who you verse. Also, there's this one really annoying boss battle. I mean, Atragon is the second boss battle, but there's the first boss battle, and it's this giant crystal tower, and it just shoots little crystal spikes at you, and you're fighting it in Australia, in Sydney, and it's just so annoying, because you can't even get close to it. It's all you just do is just chuck buildings at it until it falls, I don't know. And then I think you have to fight it Crystalak or something. But yeah, Godzilla Unleashed is actually better in just the brawling modes where you don't have to do the story, but the story gives you a little something to do. On this game, because I don't really want to critique the movies, I'd give this 7.5 out of 10. It's pretty entertaining if you have more people to play with, because if you're I don't know, have a really rowdy family and they're all screaming, I guess that would be fun if you're into that kind of stuff. But yeah, well, anyways guys, thanks for watching. Flashfire Prime signing out, and I'll be doing a video on my Heisei series movies in another video. See you guys later.